Over here. Turn the camera?
Yes. No, well, you can turn it on.
That's good.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for That was your call for everyone.
Hello.
Is that what I was like?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think we have a quorum.
So you said with the combination of the.
He's a freshman.
Good evening, everyone. Just get all the way set up. 1 second.
This organization morning by their minds. So, yes, we have, yeah. Cool.
No, no, we're doing this. This is a
Yes.
one year event.
Fun and family.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute, did I put my band?
Get on, up to one side, get off, go to the next side, get off, to the next side. And the third side is gonna be everybody.
2 years.
Yeah, push.
Not, I did.
Push.
Oh, good.
You gotta put the button.
Hit the button, hit the button.
Oh, there's.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Okay. Alright, no,
Too many things in my hand.
really interesting.
Hello, young man, how are you doing today?
I'm sorry.
You finished school already?
No.
You were in high school? You graduated?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to call the meeting to order. In just one moment.
Yes, yes, when next time we'll meet with you out there. Okay?
So I can get us.
Didn't have, that didn't happen.
Hmm?
I just think that didn't happen.
Just pause.
Music and all kinds of things going on. And so strange. Okay, just want to get on here. Well, I don't know what I just did. Oh, Lord, I made a go away.
No, down at the bottom.
Did I just
No, I don't.
end the meeting or something?
You see the bottom?
I accidentally pushed, oh, there it is. There it is, yeah, I just went to the wrong. You want to join audio? No, I do not.
So what's been going on?
Okay, good evening, everybody. Can you all hear me? Zoom people? Yeah, thank you. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would, 2, 3, 5, 6, that would constitute a quorum. So we're gonna call the meeting to order at 6:34 PM. Who is doing the minutes today? Oh, the fabulous Tiago. Something is going on with the Wi-Fi. I had to link to my phone. Maybe they changed the password. Maybe they changed.
6:30.
Yes, 6:34 PM. We need to adopt the agenda, but we have two additions, which is Jennifer Beiser. Yeah. Is it Beiser? And Maya Cunningham. Oh, you're there. Hello. Maya Cunningham, and I want to also add Tova, our, I want to add Tova, our, oh Lord, she was our tailor. Our tailor, I'm not sure if she's gonna be able to make it, but, she said she was gonna try to make it. And if so, for the records, I want to make sure that I say her name correctly. Tova Peterson. Okay. And. Beiser. B-E-I-S-S-E-R. Yes. B-E-I-S-S-E-R. And Tova Peterson and Maya Cunningham. And is there a motion to adopt the agenda with necessary changes? And is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Do we have minutes? We don't, they're not printed if we do. So we will skip the minutes. Next is our introductions. Introductions, if you've been here before, you already know what that is. If you have not, we just believe that we're better together, and especially in the arts and culture space. Introductions are very important, so we'll know who are in the room and who we might be able to collaborate with. So I'll go first. This is not the time for, if you're gonna give a presentation, not the time for presentation. It is just a quick synopsis of who you are, what might have brought you here, what you do, or whatever you want to say in 30 seconds or less. I'm Daria Hardiman. I am co-chair of Arts and Culture. I've been on the board for, I guess I'm going into my 10th year. And been in Harlem since 1997. I am a performing artist and a photographer by trade. And I think that's it. I love my community and I love the arts. And once you're finished, you choose the next person to go, and I choose Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer Beiser. I've been in Harlem and Morningside Heights since 1998, and I'm the director of Morningside Area Alliance. And I've had Carlton.
Hi, Carlton Davis. I'm an arts and culture board member, and I'm also a 7-year former board member of Morningside Area Alliance.
Choose someone.
Walt.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Walter T. Alexander. Good to see you. I'm also a member of Arts and Culture, Harlem since actually birth, back in my apartment since 1978. So, and I love this community and I love the arts, and I'm getting ready to sing again. So,
Woo-hoo.
be singing soon.
Who do you choose?
Oh,
We can't wait.
I choose Tiago.
All right, so I'm Tiago Keel. I'm new to the board. I'm a high schooler and I've lived in Harlem all my life. And so getting the rooms. I guess. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tina Lumley. I'm co-chair of the Arts and Culture Committee. I've lived in Harlem for 13 years. I've been on the board for 6 years. I am a culture enthusiast, and I love Harlem. And I pass to Dr. Maya Cunningham.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for the invitation to be here. Harlem is my home, and I'm based in Harlem, and I also teach at MIT in Boston, which is where I am now. I'm an ethnomusicologist, a jazz vocalist, and a cultural activist, and I'm very pleased to be here. And I picked Giselle Hearn.
Giselle, you're on mute. Giselle, you're on
She's
mute.
got it. She's trying to get out. If you're on the computer, you can push your space bar.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I have the senior moments. My name is Giselle Hearn. I am the former chief of staff for Kristen Richardson Jordan. Today I am a concerned constituent.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm
Hi.
sorry. Could you repeat your organization?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I am I just work with Dr. Maya Cunningham on this project that we're doing to bring some beautiful art history into our community. I've lived in Harlem since 1961, which says all my life. And I love my community. That's it.
What is your
Oh,
former organization now that you said?
Oh, I worked with Kristen Richardson Jordan. I am her former chief of staff, so I'm still involved with Dr. Youssef Salim. I am working with him, not for him, and various other organizations here in Harlem.
Thank you.
But right now, my focus is Dr. Cunningham's project.
Thank you. Who do you pass to?
I pass it on to this young man, John McGregor.
Oh, thank you. My name is John McGregor. Can anyone hear me?
There's a lot of static.
Very staticky, John.
Oh, wow. Sorry. Is that better?
No. No.
Wow.
Wait.
Sorry. I'll try and shout if that helps. Be brief. My name is John McGregor. I'm a publishing professional for many years, and I'm here to bring a bookstore to Harlem. I lived in Mount Morris for several years, but currently not a resident. But definitely think Harlem deserves a great general interest bookstore, and I want to make that happen. So that's me.
Okay, thank you.
And I pass it on to, I think, am I the last one?
No.
Ilana's phone, I see, hasn't spoken.
Hi, Alana Mercado. I'm on the board. I'm on this committee and the housing committee. I've been on the board since 2017. I have a visual arts background, and I'm originally from the Bronx, and I've been in Harlem since 2006.
Pass to someone else.
I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Let me see who's left here. Oh, Martin Collins.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Martin Collins.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm Martin Collins, the Uptown Art Stroll Coordinator at the Northern Manhattan Arts Alliance.
Thank you. And I think the last person is Daria.
Hi, I'm Diara Ndauspech, and I am the co-director and co-founder of the African Diaspora International Film Festival, which is based in Harlem. We're based in Harlem since 1984. We started the festival in 1993, and we present films by and about people of African descent all over the world, in Harlem and all over the country and the world.
Thank you. Okay, so that's who's in the room. Please do cross-pollinate wherever is appropriate. We love to support each other. Next thing is our announcements. And I always use for our announcements who we are and what we do. In case anyone is not familiar with Community Board, I will make it very quick. We are a board of 50 members who are the voice of the community from 110th through 155th Street on the west side of Harlem. We advocate in the community with elected officials, et cetera. And this particular committee, we like to bring people together and also bring people in contact, try to connect people with resources as much as we possibly can, and also support the projects of artists in this committee and any arts coming to this community. That is the announcement. Any other announcements? Tina? No. Any, okay. So our committee contact, we have a co-chairing system here at this board. So if you are trying to reach this particular committee, we ask that you please email both co-chairs and our CB9@yahoo.com dedicated email. My email is Daria, my name twice, Daria@yahoo.com. Tina's is TLumley, TLUMLEY @hotmail.com, and CB9arts@yahoo.com. Committee reports, hold on one second. Yeah, sorry, committee report. You know what, I'm gonna take a little liberty and go out of order, because Martin, I know you might have to leave. And I'm gonna do the community update now before our committee reports.
Okay, so I'm Martin Collins, the Northern Manhattan Arts Alliance Uptown Art Stroll Coordinator. We first want to invite you to join us tomorrow, Tuesday, May 7th, from 7 to 9 p.m. at the United Palace on 175th Street and Broadway at a book signing for Luis Miranda's new book, Relentless. You can RSVP at unitedpalace.org. We invite everyone to join us at the pre-Uptown Art Stroll concert by Afro Dominicano, an 8-member band at 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday, May 21st at 7:30 p.m. at the Harlem School of the Arts on St. Nicholas Ave and 141st Street. You can RSVP on our website. All of this will be in the chat in just a few minutes. And we thank the West Harlem Development Corporation for their generous support of this event. The 22nd Uptown Art Stroll opening reception will take place 7 to 9 p.m. on Friday, May 31st at the United Palace. We're all invited, and we will have entertainment, refreshments, food, and more. We want to see all of you there. We'll announce the 2024 honorees in this week's online newsletter, and we ask you to please continue to publish your events in NOMA's online calendar. NOMA also has 4 on-site studios priced with artists and arts organizations in mind, and you can see them all on our website, nomanyc.org. And finally, I know Michael Palma will be here later. I'll let him talk to you about the Wednesday evening mixer with the West Harlem Arts Alliance at the Forum on 125th Street and Broadway, starting at 5:30 p.m. Thank you all.
Thank you, Martin. Were there any questions for Martin West or Northern Manhattan Arts Alliance? Any questions?
I just wanted to ask, does the United Palace still look beautiful?
I didn't hear your question.
I said, I'm just asking if the United Palace still looks beautiful. It was beautiful interior.
Oh, it's sensational. It's just sensational. And they took the COVID time to upgrade their franchise, and they've made it even more spectacular.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I ask more, how much are the tickets to the ones that oh God, Zahid and Judge Shingley are sponsoring? West Side Corporation? I can't, I don't know, my brain is fumbled.
Which event are you
The
asking?
first one you mentioned, the one that's gonna happen, the women's empowerment. Are you
What's
gonna,
the date?
can you just give me the your website or whatever, and I can just look it up.
All of the events are free.
Oh, okay, thank you.
There's no charge. We do have a suggested $10 donation to the May 21st event at Harlem School of the Arts. Any contributions of $10 and up will benefit the Harlem School of the Arts Summer Camp for Children.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now we're moving on to our committee reports. Artist Information Subcommittee.
All right, personally, Bettina and I sent out, so I sent out 6 this month. There are two that's still active, which you just heard, which is the Uptown Arts Stroll, starting May 31st. And the second one that's still active is the Harlem Cultural, running from May 2nd to October 30th, 2024 at various Harlem parks. And that's my two that's still active, and other ones have already expired.
All of mine expired and I sent out about 8.
Okay, thank you both very much. If you have anything going on with your organization, we do have our artist information subcommittee, and we have a database that we send out to you, could share it with them. Please, everyone that's online, please share, even if you've done it before, please share your name and your organization and contact information in the chat.
Particularly your email address.
Particularly. Thank you so much, so that you can be added. And also, if you have anything that you would like to share with the committee to be disseminated, please put a little note so we can see that as well. And you can also send that to tlumley@hotmail.com. She'll share with Walter. Thank you. And if you look at the minutes there, both of their emails are actually on there. I'm sorry, not the minutes, the agenda. Visual Artist Exhibition Project.
Okay, hi, I'm Tina Lumley, Sharon De La Cruz and Ilana Mercado are part of the artists. And MCB9 celebrates local visual artists subcommittee. So far, this is, the way this has gone is we've sent out flyers to all of our contacts and we've received 11 submissions. Folks have submitted anywhere between 1 and 9 pieces of their individual personal art. We have 5 places that have agreed to actually host the artists. One is Harlem Hamilton Grange Library. They chose the artists Margot Moore and Jonathan Synagogue. Zion Cafe, who chose Bonnie Phillips and Anna Bravo. The Chipped Cup, who chose David Esperanza. Dwyer Cultural Center, who chose Maserat Dabu. And Cafe One, who chose Jana Titus. We're planning on having a reception on June 14th. The date has not been confirmed at the Dwyer. We're going to have a art crawl because most of these locations are uptown or further uptown. And we're trying to see if we can get a bus that will take us from Cafe One to the Chip Cup to Zion Cafe, culminating at Harlem Grange Library, and the bus will take us down to the Dwyer. I am going to show you some of the, oh, where's the thing to click? I was gonna show you the art, oh, there it is. Okay, I'm just gonna show you one piece from every person. This is Anna Bravo, and Anna Bravo will be shown at Zion Cafe. Where the rest? My apologies. Oh, here it should go. Here it should be. Okay, Bonnie Phillips will also be at Zion Cafe. Beautiful. Don't close, don't close, don't close. Yeah, just go back because they're right there. Yeah. Daniel Esperanza is at the Chipped Cup. Unfortunately, Gloria Adams wasn't selected, but I'll let you see one of her art. And if you guys can think of someplace that might want to show her, just let me know.
Wow.
She wasn't selected. It has nothing to do with the quality of the art.
Can you do a share screen for the Zoom folks or?
Oh, I'm not sharing. I'm so sorry. I
No,
am
we
so-
just see, we see the district office. I don't see, unless maybe it's just me, I don't know.
No, let me share. Share. If you go back to the Zoom, I thought I was, no, go back to where the pictures are, close that. And go back to where, close that. Don't click Zoom? No, yeah. Click Zoom. Okay, and then share. The green. Here we go. Yep. Okay. Can everyone see? Please say yes or no.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Great. Oh, that's the one that was not chosen. Okay. Are you gonna go back and show them what you are? Janet Titus, she will be at the Cafe One.
Wow.
Sure, where does go? Okay, why is that? As you can see, I'm just an expert.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I'm clicking away. Okay, that's Janice Titus and she's at, Cafe One. And Jonathan Synagogue. I don't know why this is making so much noise. If you click on the piece of art, it'll come in front.
I don't see the
I'm
art.
trying, it's not. You gotta go back to screen.
Yeah, he
Here.
says not share it either.
You stop.
Is it individual share?
No,
Picture?
this is Zoom.
Well, I think
Can I help
share
you?
the specific window of the image and then you close
Yeah.
that one.
You close the window.
And then you close this one.
Come here, come here.
Should I try to?
You got it, you got it. I'm clicking Zoom and it's not doing anything.
No, it
must be
If you go in the top right, there's like that green arrow with a square. And then there's like the little window on the right.
Here, you can come and do it. I'm just trying to get out of this because I'm thinking that Zoom is up under there somewhere. The Zoom is
No,
down at the bottom.
It's because Zoom got minimized and when Zoom gets minimized, it goes here and then there.
Got it. Okay, and
We
go
have
back
to
to screen share.
reshare.
It looks like it's still on now.
And then should we just share this?
Well, that one, part is sufficient.
Well, that's just gonna share File Explorer,
Right.
not the actual photos. So which one do we want to?
We're going to Montserrat Devon. I didn't really like that one, but that's okay. And let's go to the next one. Just one for me. I don't know where. I guess we need to close this one. No, just leave them open. Because I think if we're closing them, that's.
Is that the keyboard?
I'm serious.
Yeah, there's the key.
No, this keeps crashing.
John, oh,
Now let's go back. That's, I like that one better. Okay, and that's one, Now let's go back and go back to the list.
Can I just share this whole? I don't know where the button
I don't know where anything. And it's. Sorry. This from a video. Could you just click this back for the complete? Click the back button.
Well, no, this is for the screen share. Here's one. And so, yeah, the problem is that I don't know where this full button, screen share for the, here's got it. So.
And let's go down to the next one. Oscar was not selected.
But here's
don't have to
something.
Okay, and you can close it. And next, last but not least, is Ramik. So those are examples of the artwork of all of the submissions. Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, who did the selection?
Each place chose the artist, but if they chose the artist, they chose everything.
Okay, that's great.
That's why we got that. But everyone was amazing. Everybody wanted the same artist. Everyone wanted Daniel.
Oh, we should have done something here too. It's like, when some people are not, they were selected.
I didn't say, I didn't say, no one knows they weren't selected.
Oh,
No one was selected.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm still.
We could use this place here.
I'll show, you can see.
I mean, look at that wall space here, I mean, if you have the bus.
And it could be including the art crawl.
Yeah, I was saying, you have the bus.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, Tina, we were talking, remember, about when we have the date finalized to set up an Evite so that we have an idea of like how many people will be at the reception. So we're still going to do that, right? To have an idea so that for the refreshments and things like that.
Yes, we are, but unfortunately, I thought that maybe we would have the event expertise in-house, but we don't, so we're going to be doing it the old-fashioned way. And we're going to be using everyone's distribution list of contacts. So please, once we send it out, please forward it to everyone that you can think of.
Okay, and what is the date again?
It's tentatively June 14th.
Okay, are there any other possibilities for dates? Just why is why is it tentative then?
Because I need to confirm it with the place.
Okay.
All the places, I guess. We don't, just the one place that's hosting the reception.
Okay, so when is the crawl and the reception?
They're on the same night.
They're the
The
same.
crawl will probably be something like 4 to 6 or 4:30 to 6:30, and then we will culminate at the reception, and the reception will be from 6:30 to 8:30.
And the reception is gonna be where?
At the Dwyer.
Got it. Okay, okay.
Are there any questions? Any other questions? Hi, Giselle.
No, I think that's the,
First.
yeah, that's the curse. Okay. Then if there are no other questions, we'll move on to strategic planning. Was there a meeting?
Check my schedule and, nobody sent me in.
Okay. West Harlem Arts Alliance, Michael, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Well, hello.
Hi, I've had some technical difficulties, so I'm using my phone. I hope it doesn't I don't sound too badly.
It sounds very clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great, fantastic. Well, we are having our final Learn, Mix, and Mingle this Wednesday. Dari, I think I saw you registered. I hope you can make it.
did.
It's going to be at the Forum. And the theme of this Learn, Mix, and Mingle is more than just an artistic statement. And it's being taught by Juanita Lau, who taught the first two workshops. And it's going to focus on writing the artistic statement, or probably more accurately, how artists can write about their own work. Not only in the creation of an artistic statement, but also for other purposes like grants, proposals, so on and so forth. And because it's a Learn, Mix, and Mingle, and we're doing this again in collaboration with the Northern Manhattan Arts Alliance, we will be having a mixer after the workshop. And that mixer is going to be at 314 Pizza Pasta Bar, right there on Broadway. Maybe maybe 2 or 3 storefronts from where Toast is on Broadway. And so that will be this Wednesday. If you haven't registered already, please go to whaanyc.org to register. We are just about reaching capacity. We have like about 65 registrants so far, and I think the room can only hold like about 55 people. But there will more than likely be some no-shows because after all, it is a free event, and sometimes that happens. But we anticipate having a full packed house at the Forum, and then also at the mixer afterwards.
Amazing.
Yeah, we have also in anticipation of a full summer of fun programming. We just signed contracts for 2 curators to curate weekends, Saturday weekends, for the June Jazz at Montefiore Park. So June has 5 Saturdays, so it won't be the first Saturday, but the following 4 Saturdays in June, there will be jazz every Saturday at Montefiore Park, starting approximately about 6 o'clock and going to like about 7:30. And there'll be 2 weekends of straight ahead jazz and 2 weekends of jazz fusion, just as we did last June. So it should be a lot of fun. And I'll be sending out more information about that. So if you want to keep track of information about what we're doing, please, you can go to our website or just get on our mailing list so that you can get our sort of newsletters, our weekly newsletters. Also, we are preparing our own, hopefully, and we can accomplish this, our own West Harlem Arts exhibition, and hopefully it'll be an Art on the Avenue affair, sort of like a No Longer Empty, where we're going to feature empty storefronts and put art in the windows. And that again will be at Montefiore Park along the empty storefronts there all along the park. We're sort of using Montefiore Park as our home venue until we get some news from Columbia that there's actually a venue in the works. So until we hear such a wonderful news, we're sort of adopting Montefiore Park as a place where we can do some programming and community engagement in the arts. If anybody has any ideas about that, or if they want to do anything at Montefiore Park, please let me know.
Did anyone have any questions for West Harlem Arts Alliance for Michael?
I think there were a couple of folks who were present there who went to the last workshop, and they can talk a little bit more about what happened there after the meeting with other folks. I hope they can come again. The workshops were well attended and by all accounts, very informative.
Great. I'll see you there, Michael. And Walter will too.
Yes. Yes.
Fantastic.
Thank you. On to Harlem Arts Alliance. Harlem Arts Alliance had their monthly town hall on April 27th. Unfortunately, I and my co-chair were both unable to attend, so I don't have, personal experience to report back, but, as always, it continues to be a success, and Harlem Arts Alliance is growing back to its former glory and beyond. They do have an event coming up in collaboration with the New Heritage Theater Group. And they sent an invite to Soul Science Lab Soundtrack 63, as in 1963. It is Thursday, May 9th, 7 p.m. at the American Museum of Natural History. This is Soul Soundtrack 63, also known as ST63, is a live music and multimedia retrospective of the Black experience in the United States. It's an artistic survey of the past. It gives context to the present and asks important questions about the future. Full sensory experience is a journey from the African continent through milestone events in African American history. Immersive video of archival footage and animation accompany a sequential soundtrack of spirituals, protest songs, hip hop, and other popular music performed by a dynamic ensemble and vocal chamber. So that is Thursday, May 9th, 7 p.m. American Museum of Natural History. And that is my report for Harlem Arts Alliance. We've already done our community. Yes.
It's Martin. Could you please post that in the chat to everyone? I remember when he came to one of the HAA meetings over a year ago and spoke to the audience about that. And I'd like to get that, and if I can share that with our contacts in our newsletter and our social media, if you would share that in the chat, that would be great. As we all know, America was 1963 was a seminal event in American history. We lost our innocence and our president.
Yes.
I might have it. Could you please send it to myself and Walter as well? So that we can-
Sure. I'm not sure.
On May 18th, there's going to be another art forum up at Riverbank State Park.
If you could also post that, I'd like to go, as it is just 13 days rather, before the opening of the art stroll.
I haven't received anything in writing. This was via conversation, but I can ask.
Thank you.
Okay, and I will, as I'm running the meeting, I will try to figure out how to share this flyer in the chat, which is easier said than done. If I don't get it in there before the ending of the meeting, Martin, I will just send it to you personally.
Good. We have a newsletter coming out Wednesday night. We'll be happy to share whatever you send us.
Amazing, thank you. Okay, on to our presentations, and our first presentation is Jennifer Beiser.
Nice to see you all. I just wanted to introduce my organization and some of the work that we've been doing. Have a flyer here, but Morningside Area Alliance, it has been around since 1947. And we're an association of the academic and religious institutions in Morningside Heights. So it's pretty much, and the hospital. So the hospital, the churches, the leadership of those institutions got together to do neighborhood development and planning and networking, and have stayed. It's been pretty much the same group, have stayed together for all of these years, doing all different kinds of collaborations. You know, Daria mentioned, you know, we like to do what's better together, and that really kind of is the motto of the group. So work that can better be done in collaborations across all the institutions. That's what the organization has done. Since I've been there, We've done more community engagement work, some more external relations. And one of the projects that I work on is really just our newsletter. So the Events Digest is published on Wednesdays, and the goal is to be exhaustive, comprehensive about every public offering that is in Morningside Heights, and then increasing, and then kind of a somewhat self-selected, edited list of, you know, everything else. So we borrow from, you know, neighboring institutions, and, you know, when it's a really big event, we'd like to share that. So our readership, hopefully some of you, faculty from the colleges, neighbors, it has a pretty good distribution list. So, I'm proud of the fact that when we did that newsletter, and Carlton might be able to speak to that, it really did kind of open up the gates, you know, for a lot of these institutions that weren't necessarily promoting the fact that lectures and different, you know, music performances and everything were available to the public. So we're happy about that. The other thing that I'm involved with is LaSalle Open Street. So hopefully you're all familiar with open streets, which really have, you know, allowed neighbors to take advantage of the street. And, you know, it's really amazing. If you've never been to one, you know, instantly everyone relaxes and takes a breath and hangs out and, you know, throws the ball with the kid, and so it's great. So LaSalle Open Street, LaSalle is, you know, 1 block south of Teeman, and it's the block between Claremont and Broadway. And it's been going great. This is our 3rd year. We have a contract with DOT. It's an official open street. There was legislation, as you may know, this year, so that open street is kind of like a permanent initiative of the city. Small amount of budget. But this year we really want to focus on just having more programming so that we can bring just more people to the open street. When we really like focused on, like we had the circus last year and Morningside Players, you know, different major events, everybody comes out, it's a great time. Every Thursday from now through the end of October from 4 to 9. So please, say hello.
And what's the location for that? Sorry.
It's LaSalle between Broadway and Claremont, so it's a short block.
Yeah, I know.
Which, of course, you know, there is a vision that it would go, at least in my mind, and we shall see, that it goes all the way across. Well, it can go all the way across to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, so it's good. And this year, one thing that's been great is that more neighbors are getting involved in terms of volunteering to do things, which is appreciated very much. As an organization, we also try to support tourism efforts of our members, and again, to promote the public programs. So the Cathedral of St. John the Divine is a really big tourist destination, you know, for Harlem. You know, it's kind of a first stop for people who are coming from South and elsewhere. So we do things related to that. We've done an app, we have a self-guided tour that's focused mostly on Morningside Heights. I've also been involved and supported UN Chen with Harlem One Stop, and been involved with the Harlem Cultural Collaborative. And we just had our 4th annual spring Harlem Culture Crawl, where about 15 smaller organizations hosted special performances for the weekend, 2 weekends ago, 3 weekends ago. And it was good. I mean, we had, we probably, you know, through the Harlem Culture Crawl, and I'm sure Michael can speak, you know, with Art Stroll and these kinds of weekend, these kinds of events, it's a way to build new traffic and new audiences, and just to reconnect and just have that feeling of seeing, you know, your supporters. And so it was great. And like, that's kind of, I think, related to arts and culture. My name's Jan. So any questions?
I hope you'll advertise the MCB9 celebrates local visual artists.
Oh my gosh, it sounds really lovely. It sounds, yes, I will definitely promote that.
I have a question, and it's kind of for Michael Palma and Martin Collins and Morningside Alliance. When are we gonna do something together? Like all these crawls and all these amazing things going on, but I feel the bubbling of of some togetherness, don't you?
Yeah.
Like it feels like there should almost it's organically coming to something, but what is it? You know what I mean? That
Exactly.
Arts Festival, the big festivals,
right?
It didn't happen, right? So.
I mean, I think it's kind of organically, I think it needs to happen. Like, Michael, what did you say?
I said absolutely. I think at some point maybe we should have a summit of organization or organizational leaders and community stakeholders, but we can probably get together and see about what it is that we can do so that we can serve our community better.
Yeah.
And back to the arts. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, even if it is a big festival or a weekend thing I don't know what it is, but everything that everybody is talking about is really so intermingled already, and we already work with each other and around each other and support each other, so why not throw them all in together and make Harlem Arts Festival? Yes, Dr. Maya. Yes, Harlem Arts, I mean, here, the seeds are dropping right now. I don't know what it is. But as you were talking, as I listened to Michael speak and Martin speak, I don't you feel it? Like, I feel it.
I'm very dynamic.
I know.
It's
So,
exciting.
what'd you say?
It's exciting.
Yeah, I really think we should talk about, and I think that's a good idea, Michael, maybe having the organizations meet and talk about what we could do, like the Harlem Arts Festival, whatever, and talk about what that could look like and how we might be able to do it perhaps on a small scale first. And then even make it bigger so that we don't necessarily have to wait 2 or 3 years to do something huge. Just, do what we can, because we're already all doing things. So how much better are we together? Hi, Diara.
Hi, if there's a screen available, we'll be happy to share a film during, the Harlem Arts Day. And, just like make it like available for anyone who wants to come see a film.
Yes.
I know we probably will be able to be at the forum for our school program in the festival in the fall. We made a request through, the CB9 through the West Harlem. And it looks like it's going to come through. So maybe that's a space where we can have a screening, free screening on the day, and it sounds to me like if everybody does something at the same time, like on a weekend or something, then we could certainly make it a big deal and start to really attract tourists and, like bring Harlem, some life to Harlem. I know some things already done, but this, the more the merrier. So
It's more coordinated.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we're always talking about our lack of venues, and we do have lack of venues, but the venues that we do have are big venues. Like, we have Columbia University. We have the Riverbank State Park. We have Montefiore Park. We have the few venues we do have are like a big deal, if you don't, don't mind me saying.
No,
Um,
absolutely.
that it could be a beautiful, sort of coordinated, sort of just hit them. Like in my mind, I almost feel like, dispersing soldiers, like, and have all these things and at the same time, but not all at the same time, so that people could have an opportunity to maybe like see more than one, see several things, and not so that things aren't over, you not make them choose for everything, so that somebody could conceivably see all or most of the different ones. I don't know. Let's keep this conversation let's get this conversation going. I really I'm gonna put this on the agenda for next month. Please think about it, talk about it. If you are interested, if you as an individual or an organization are interested, just in the chat, because I'm gonna save the chat, just put Harlem Arts Festival just next to your name and your email address. Just
And
put
Daria,
Harlem.
Daria, I will do that. And certainly the Northern Manhattan Arts Alliance is very interested in collaborating in this community effort. Next Monday, next month rather, your meeting is on June 3rd, and we will have our first concert of the Monday evening concert series in June during the Art Stroll, just about 10 blocks north of you at the Hispanic Society Museum with Annette A. Aguilar and the String Beans from 6:30 until 8. And so I will not be able to be here next month, but I will put my name in the chat and the Harlem Arts program that we are talking about at this time.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna get this conversation going, and
As opposed to waiting for next month, Daria's email, my email, and the community, CB9 Arts and Culture Committee email is readily available. If anybody has ideas, they can be discussed during the next committee meeting in June. But let's start brainstorming and
Yeah.
actually document what we think might let's manifest it.
yeah, that's why I want to get an email thread started. Perhaps we can do a Zoom thing, between, I don't know what it is, but just put Harlem Arts Festival and your email next to it if you want to be a part of the conversation before next month's meeting. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. I want to like dance right now. All right, so moving on. Was there any other conversation, questions, comments?
Just an indirect question, Jen, how is the closure of the campus affecting you? Is that direct or indirectly? Because I went by the other day, they got barriers all over the place. And the students.
Emotionally, it's directly affecting me and everyone, right?
Yeah.
But it's indirect, it's not.
So you business is still going
Yeah,
on, it's just, whoop, whoop. Okay.
Okay, so moving on to our next, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thanks for being here. Moving on to our next presentation, Dr. Meyer Cunningham.
Thank you. Can I share my screen? I think you have to enable the.
Yes. And Tova, you're at it, you're gonna be next.
Okay, there we go. Let's see now. All right. Thank you all very much. Thank you to the leadership of the committee for inviting me. I'd like to share a project that we're doing called the Max Roach at 100 Centennial Legacy Project. This is a project of timber arts and culture. So I'll start kind of with an overview, and I'll introduce myself, an overview of timber arts, what we've done, our long presence working with youth and arts in Harlem and other communities, and then I'll share more about the project, and I promise I won't be long. So Max Roach is a jazz luminary and cultural activist who is actually, migrated from North Carolina into Brooklyn and made a major footprint and built if we know Harlem as a vibrant arts community, a center of jazz, then it's because of people like Max Roach who contributed so much to building the tradition. And he particularly was a bebop architect, and this is his centennial year. I am Dr. Maya Cunningham. I'm an African Americanist, ethnomusicologist, and an African Studies scholar. I'm also a jazz vocalist, and I'm the founder of Timber Arts and Culture. Um, am receiving a PhD from the University of Massachusetts Amherst and have studied Africana studies, ethnomusicology, jazz performance through a myriad of a few programs along the way. And I'm very pleased to be able to share that I'm a Ford Foundation scholar and have conducted Fulbright research, particularly concerning culturally responsive music education for Afro-descendant learners in Botswana, in Ghana, in India, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and African America. Timber Arts and Culture is a 501c3 tax-exempt not-for-profit organization with a mission to preserve and promote the rich cultural heritage of African America, Africa, and other groups in the African diaspora. And so this might seem like a given to many. Of course, there should be a mission. Of course, there's an ongoing multifaceted heritage preservation and promotion trend within communities like Harlem, Brooklyn, but we are constantly pushing against misrepresentation that is so prolific and ubiquitous in all media. And so our mission, Timba is a Xhosa word that means hope in the mother tongue of the late South African president Nelson Mandela. And the logo is this Adinkra symbol, and our logo also means hope. And so we are committed to moving forward the agenda of representing our unique and rich African American culture with a focus on Pan-Africanism and connections to the continent and connections throughout the diaspora. So some of our centerpiece project this year is the Max Roach 100 Centennial Legacy Project. We also have a Langston Hughes Legacy Project that we're doing in collaboration with the Langston Hughes House in Harlem, and then some other new initiatives that I'll share in a moment. I do want to say that we have done many programs in the past since 2006 with young people. So starting in Harlem with the Little Lights Children's Arts Workshop that we offered for over 200 young people between 2006 and 2009 in collaboration with churches in Harlem and community centers, and also in Peekskill, New York. We launched the Hephzibah Girls program, which is an arts-infused teen pregnancy prevention program for girls that used arts and holistic activities and a very culturally centered curriculum to motivate our girls to focus on their educations and their development. And that started in Hunts Point, Bronx, and we have done programs of that in Harlem and Washington, D.C. We also had an activist program for teens in Washington, DC called Making a Movement, where they learned about past civil rights movements, past freedom movements. And at that point, there was even the Standing Rock movement that was underway. And they learned the background of all these movements in order to understand how to architect change, further changes needed in our society. And then we worked with elementary schools in Washington, D.C. to do a creative arts entrepreneur society, which helped young people craft beautiful things, artistic gifts like cards and hand-painted postcards that they sold, and they created businesses. our new initiatives, we're pushing into media and large, broad public platforms. And so that started with a radio show called Music and Culture Sounds of the Black Experience, which aired on WOWD 94.3 in the Washington, D.C. area, and also 89.3 Jazz and Justice. And then we have a curriculum project where we work with public schools to offer robust, culturally centered, culturally responsive curricula about Black heritage musics. And so these are just some. One is called Jazz Cities, one is Music of Ghana, Gateway to West Africa, Follow the Drinking Gourd Music Map Murals, and Samba Soul and Civil Rights, and we have some others as well. Other new initiatives are the Heritage Arts Institute, which puts traditional African instruments in classrooms for children with a teaching artist. And so they learn different cultures, learn Igbo culture, they learn Yoruba culture through language, through the different musical systems that are connected to these instruments, and through other cultural information that's connected to learning how to play a traditional African instrument. And then the Telling Our Stories Oral History Project engages younger members of communities. This one is in Springfield, Massachusetts, actually. Engages younger members of the community to conduct oral history projects with elders in the community. And so we work with churches to be able to access African American elders, all driving towards African Americans representing their own experiences, centering the voices of culture bearer African Americans to represent ourselves and our culture. So the Max Roach Centennial Project was conceived by jazz master Charles Tolliver, who is a Harlem native, grew up in Harlem. I believe it was at 8th Avenue and 123rd Street. And then myself, we've been working together for a while just on cultivating jazz history from the insider's perspective. And Mr. Tolliver worked with Max Roach for a very long time. He was in his band, recorded with him, made seminal recordings with Max Roach. And so who better to help lead a project to celebrate the legacy of Mr. Roach than someone like Mr. Tolliver and other jazz masters who worked with him. So I just have just a little more. There's about Max Roach. Of course, we know he was one of the most important African-American musicians of the 20th century. He was a major architect of jazz, a bebop innovator. And if we can map the areas where he and others created what they called modern music, Dizzy Gillespie's apartment on 7th Avenue, of course, Minton's, I believe that's at 118th Street, and the other kind of Monroe's Uptown House, all of these places that were so of Harlem that were so important. And this is a history that we want to bring alive through the celebration of Mr. Roach's centennial. He was a prolific drummer, a prolific composer, and of course, a civil rights activist who was collaborating with his then wife, Abby Lincoln, other luminaries like Maya Angelou, and others who were involved in the civil rights activists. And then he went on to publish on Black music and was a founding professor of Black music in my own department, where I have received my PhD, the W.E.B. Du Bois Department of Afro-American Studies at UMass Amherst. So I just have a 1-minute video, and then I want to share just a teeny bit more about the project, and then I'll close. This is, oh, you know what? I think that I need to share my sound so it's not distorted. Hold on. This is a documentary that was released in late 2000, fall 23, about Mr.
You consider this music as a weapon?
Sometimes we do use the music as a weapon against man's inhumanity toward man. Everything I wrote and recorded had to do with the movement.
There was a new political feeling among the guys, and Max exemplified that.
Max was one of the people redefining what the music is going to be in every decade. He was never resting on his laurels.
Max and those guys were always about that new and that next thing.
He made us all understand that there are no boundaries. There are no boundaries in human experience, and no boundaries in music.
He wasn't trying to be anything, he was already it.
So our project celebrates Mr. Roach's centennial with through a multidimensional, multi-city approach executed with national stakeholders, including performing arts institutions, universities, and school system partners. One of our major partners is the Center for Jazz Studies at Columbia University. And then we have a wonderful steering committee made with Dr. Ingrid Monson, who is published on Mr. Roach, people from all over the country, Dr. Farah Jasmine Griffin, who's at Columbia, Rashida Bumbray, people from all over the country who are cultural workers, scholars, and who are helping to move forward the project. The activities include a Max Roach Legacy Concert Tour, a Max Roach at 100 Symposium at the Department for Jazz Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, a series of Max Roach at 100 panel discussions, and those are scheduled for the University of Massachusetts Amherst, Columbia University, Tufts University, and the Archives for African American Music at Indiana University. We're working on an edited volume of essays, and then one of the centerpieces of the program is the Max Roach at 100 K-12 curriculum. And we're offering that to music educators in Harlem Community School District 5 are teaching this to their students next year, as well as music educators in Pittsburgh Public Schools, Boston Public Schools, and then other public schools, including DC Public Schools. And these are all public school systems that serve high populations of Afro-descendant students. And so we see this as a cultural education opportunity for them and others as well. We have some primary folks who are a part of our team, including Giselle Hearn, who helped to bring us to this meeting as our municipal consultant. And then this is just a little bit about the curriculum, which we're very proud of, which offers through Mr. Roach's life student learning opportunities in things of components of African American history, like the Great Migration, the Harlem Renaissance, jazz in Harlem, jazz in Brooklyn, Black nationalism, that tradition through Marcus Garvey, who is centered once again in Harlem. And then we have a special children's book that we've commissioned and a graphic novel to accompany and to be a centerpiece in the curriculum. So now, what we really need assistance with from Community Board 9. Of course, we are open to any ideas and any assistance, but we want to kick off the celebration by with an honorary street co-naming. Mr. Roach, his footprint, it was definitely in Harlem, and he finally lived, he spent 50 years at 101st Street in Central Park West. And I just want to read the description of what we are envisioning. An opening celebration Friday, September 20th and 21st, 2024. The Max Roach Centennial Legacy Project will launch with a celebration weekend that includes an honorary street naming, reception at the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture, a panel discussion, and kickoff concert at Columbia University. Max Roach was a longtime resident at 415 Central Park West for 50 years, from 1957 to his death in 2007. And we are petitioning the New York City Council to name this block, which is the Block 1837 Central Park West, Max Roach Way. We envision having a ceremony with commemorative words by elected officials. Of course, we would love to involve the Arts and Culture Committee in that ceremony. words by other African American cultural figures, Roach family members, and jazz masters, along with celebratory drumming. So we appreciate any assistance or the assistance that we need to make that happen. And I'd love to take any questions that anyone may have.
I just want to let you know, that's not our district. We start at 110th Street. I just want to make sure that you know that.
I do know that. And I think that somehow, Giselle, can you help me with this?
Well, hold on, that's Community Board 7.
Right.
And I'm, based on your project, I personally, I can't speak for the committee. Because anything we do as a committee, we have to vote on. But personally, I would love to assist you in making the connection with Community Board 7 and anything we could do as a committee in terms of letters of support or anything like that. We have to do it in a certain order though, because we as to not step on their toes. However, happy to put you together with them and also perhaps as a committee, if it is appropriate, I guess we would have to figure out whether it's appropriate for us to also submit like a letter of support or something like that.
Okay. And is there a particular, from what I understand, there's a process of an approval process that needs to happen, and so it doesn't show what I'm just wondering.
For street code namings, you mean?
Yes.
Approval of what?
Approving
approval of street code naming. She wants to know what the process is. Yeah, I don't know the particular that particular process. However, the good thing about the community board is it's a small board that with a wide reach. And although that's outside our reach, that sort of thing would the process would basically be the same. So we could find that out from our district manager, for instance.
Thank you so much.
And she try Googling? And she who knows everybody could also put you in touch with the appropriate community board's district manager to get the ball rolling.
Thank you.
Yeah, Daria.
Okay, so my apologies because I was told that it was this community board and Shauna Abreu's council member Abreu's district and District 9 community board. So but I can no, we do need assistance.
Daria.
Yes, Michael.
It could be, of course, wherever the street is, and council districts are not the same as community districts, but whichever district it falls under, and I'm pretty sure it does not fall under ours. That doesn't mean that we can't also support the lead taken by the appropriate district and do a sort of a joint thing together. That may include Sean Abreu, our council member, who could have potentially his district overlap the two community board districts. And so maybe what needs to happen is that the community board where the street is would take the lead, and we would join in support of that, and also support Sean Abreu in the street renaming.
So this is council member Brewer's district.
Well, they were recently redrawn, so
yeah,
so it
that's
could
why we thought it was here because
it could be conceivably his district. But my feeling is that there is nothing that stops you from getting two council members and two community boards to support the street naming, which I think would be wonderful.
Well, what it is that we also need to I'll talk to you about that offline and then to the person, but it's also just getting the petitions out for the street naming. You know, because this is history. This is history that's going to be in the making, and I'm pretty sure everybody's going to want to be a part of it.
Okay, so, committee members or anyone, did anyone have any questions before?
Yes.
Cause I have some questions, but I wanted to, I wanna get questions first.
I was stating that it's a run of a chain of command. We might have spoken on it already, but for us, we could also send a letter of support. And like they said, make sure City Councilman Sean Abreu get it. He can, we can ask him to refer to other city councils to get on it, and they can all support that.
Yeah.
The whole council, because if we wanna do something, we need to do it together. We collaborating on 3 and 4 different arts and cultures to get together. Why 7, 9, 5 and all that? Why we can't come across and support what you're trying to do? We've been going through this for the last quarter of last year. Instituting on how we could collaborate and go and cross over. Don't be, John, don't be scared to go over to Community Board 10 and see if they can support you in 9 or 7 or whatever community board area that you be in, so you can get that bookstore, because we need it.
Yeah.
We need to cross over. When Golf with Buzz came out, I crossed over personally, went there, I got the event on, put it on live. People was coming from all over, you know, I mean, that's what it is, that's what community does, we cross over. We don't just stay one in Community Board 9 and do for just 9. You know, we make ours better than we are outposted.
So Giselle, I see you said you sent out letters for support. So when we talk about letter of support, we're talking about specifically a letter
Now,
from the.
I do understand the type of letters you're saying. I'm saying that we send out letters to the elected officials, you know, hoping that they will, you know, just an introduction about what this project is. And
Okay.
wanting them to give them a heads up so that, you know, when the time comes, it will come back to memory and they can support it.
So, and I think that it would definitely go a long way so that we have one touch from us and then another touch from Community Board 9 to help support, you know, galvanizing the support. That would be very helpful. Thank you.
Okay, are there any other questions or comments from the committee or anyone? Tiago.
Well, one comment is that I do believe that it's Schaumburg's district, but not our district.
Correct. Yeah.
The district is separate for some reason. And then, the question was, you mentioned a date earlier about the when talking about the street renaming and the ceremony. What day was that?
When it's time to request a date, we're going to request September 21st. Actually, September 20th, Friday, September 20th, if possible.
I just Googled the method for petitioning for a renaming of the street. And it's really, it's there. So it's something that you can find out as well by Googling.
Thank you. I think that there was a
Yeah.
little, we were a little unclear about which application to use. If we needed District 9's application, if we needed District 7's application. So I think that was what we were a little unclear about. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, Jen.
I was just gonna suggest Bloomingdale Neighborhood History Group as a potential, you know, good advocate for this, and probably with some interest, you know, definitely interest in the project and those.
I'm just gonna put my email address in the contact just one more time so everybody, so we can, you know, follow up, or if I would love to be able to follow up.
So that all being said, is there a motion for a letter of support for the Max Roach Centennial?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Unanimous consent. Is anybody opposed? Okay. Unanimously, we have voted to issue a letter of support on this matter. We're gonna do it strategically. We're gonna check with them first before we just jump out on top of their business. But we will also put you in touch with our district manager, who will put you in touch with Community Board 7's district manager, and we will work with you to get you a letter of support for this project.
Thank you. Much appreciated. We so appreciate your support.
And I thank you so much for coming, because this is, I hate that when I first looked at it, I thought it said 110th Street. So I was really happy, like, this is, he's really a Harlem thing.
Yes.
And technically Harlem starts at 110th Street, although he lived at 101st Street.
Yeah.
But, it's debatable where Harlem starts. And Harlem is in the heart, we cross borders.
Yes.
Cross
We're
borders.
always at 110. But I appreciate this. Thank you for the for the assistance. I will be reaching out to Community Board 7 and to Sean Brayhu's office,
Okay.
and Gail Brewer, just in case.
Well,
thank you.
What I'll do is, offline is, I have both of your emails, so I will email you my info. We'll get on the phone and get you, connected with whoever you need to be connected with.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, this is still a blessing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Thank you so much. And our last presentation is our Tova Peterson.
Hey, so wonderful
Hi.
to be here with you all. It's always so inspiring. So thank you for all the awesome things going on, and exciting to hear about them. I hope to be part. I'm happy to be back. I presented a few months ago about so I have like three main creative endeavors that I love to do in my free time. In my life, in my job, I work for a tailoring shop in Midtown Manhattan that we make costumes for Broadway shows. Hamilton is our main thing. I'm a tailor. And so that was what I presented about before. And I, through the support of this board meeting and all the references that I got, I did end up connecting with So Harlem, and I helped out with one of their classes, and I hope to do more with that. It's paused at the moment. And there's more to say about that, but that's not why I'm here today. Why I'm here today is one of my other interests I've been an Argentine tango dancer and teacher for 26 years. And I have never taught on a regular basis since living in New York. And one of my desires this fall that I recognized was wanting to get back to teaching and organizing. So I am actually co-organizing a dance in Lower Manhattan that's every Sunday, but here in Harlem, I came upon this incredible space on 141st, just off Broadway. And it's a private home that used to be a church. And he's open to having tango classes there and possibly tango events. I get to talk more with him about it. And because I know this meeting happens only once a month, and we're probably going to start just before it happens again, I'm like, well, even though I don't have everything nailed down, I want to jump in and see. We're going to start for sure with beginning classes on Wednesday evenings, like an hour class followed by an hour practice, so that people can practice. And I'm wondering, like, what resources there might be to connect with community members who may want to learn tango. are there like just like putting flyers around, or are there like boards or something?
Well, I will say,
Go ahead, Michael.
no, there are plenty of resources, and there are a lot of organizations here that push out newsletters and e-blasts, and certainly the West Harlem Arts Alliance can certainly push out your information. Also, you can go to our website and you can list your information on our A list, which is a directory of artists and services, and you can certainly list yourself there, as well as if you have a particular event, you can put an event on our calendar. But certainly Harlem One Stop has very similar features on their website. And I would also go to the dance companies here in West Harlem, and I know that Riverside Church has a very vigorous and robust dance program there at their venue. So you may also want to speak with them. And I can also refer you to the dance companies here. I have a list of them whereby you can maybe cross promote or work with them in disseminating information. So yes, there are many resources here. And you just have to sort of look a little bit, that's all.
Yeah, Riverbank State Park.
Oh, yeah.
They disseminate information. They literally have if you go in there, there's flyers and that sort of Riverbank State Park. The Northern Manhattan Arts Alliance.
Oh, like in their
Morningside Area Alliance. I don't know if you were here for the previous presentations, but that was Michael Palma from West Harlem Arts Alliance, who was just speaking. There's also Northern Manhattan Arts Alliance, who they put out information and have all kind of artistic programming and are happy to share. And this lovely young, you can't see her on the, say something. Jen. Maybe the thing will adjust. But she's from Morningside Area Alliance, and they disseminate information. They do programming, and they also disseminate information on arts programming.
Okay.
So
and have a milonga.
What's that?
Have a milonga at Dance Theater of Harlem or Harlem School of the Arts.
That would be wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are lots of places to get your information out, to get the word out.
Okay. Awesome. So just reach out to them.
Tell them you also can, if you have a flyer or any type of soft media, you can send it to the community board and we'll disseminate it as well.
Great. I will be making that probably later this week. So yeah.
Cool. When will you start, Tova?
Thinking about the last week in May, but it might be pushed to the first week in June. We'll see.
Okay. And is it going to be ongoing, just classes? Is it going to be like semesters or is it going to be just ongoing one-off classes?
It's probably going to be a 6-week series to start, where you could jump in if you want, but it's better to
get from the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. But then I think we're just gonna keep leveling up instead of staying with beginner and then adding on, because I have many hats that I wear, so I can't be teaching all the time. So yeah.
Understood. Were there any more questions, comments, resources for Tova?
And I want to know more about the Wednesday mixer. So if you could drop that in the chat also, I didn't see it. The
Wednesday artist statement. What's it called, Michael? Artist statement?
Yeah, it's more than just an artistic statement.
It's more than okay. Yeah.
More than just an artistic statement. In other words, artists need to write about their work for many different kinds of purposes. And so an artistic statement in and of itself can be so useful. And so it becomes very critical that one knows how, especially an artist knows how to write one, so that they can, for example, want to have a tango class in West Harlem that eventually culminates in a milonga, that they can probably use it and apply to a CBG grant that's coming up next month. And you can apply and get a grant and get some funding for what you want to do.
And Michael, is the website info in the chat?
My website?
Yes.
Yes, I put my information, my I'm not sure I put the website, but it's but I put my email address, which is, if you chop my name off and put www dot right there, it's the same thing. It's WHAANYC.org.
WHAA.NYC.
No, NYC, no dot, just all one thing, WHAANYC.org.
Thank you.
And you can certainly list yourself there on our artist list, and put your events in there in the calendar as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Dr. Maya, I would like to introduce you, and he's not presenting tonight, but John McGregor, I know you heard him talking about he wants to start the bookstore, but one of the things that he does, and you can talk about it offline, please feel free to get each other's information. Save the chat so you can go back and get people's information from the chat. But John, one of the things that he's done is collect people's stories so that they can write books, so that he can publish them. So, and I noticed that part of your presentation was that you do something very similar, so that might be some good cross. Habiba Karoma.
Thank you.
I saw that you put your info in. Would you mind telling us where you're from? You don't have to, but if you wouldn't mind, I would love to know where you're.
I'm a sole proprietor. I'm an interior designer. And also an artist. But if it's organizations that need to be involved in it, then I'm fine. You don't need to include me in that.
No. You're welcome. You are welcome. I saw that you wanted to be included. I just wanted to know who I was talking to. So.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm nice. I'm fun.
Welcome. Listen, all artists are.
Yeah.
I know. So thank you all for coming. Is there any old business?
We're going to need to, I just realized, we need to vote on the spending of the money for the Arts and Culture Committee for the celebration of the local artists. I've been going for a while, but we do need to vote as a committee.
5,000 square feet, where is it? We're gonna get all that.
That's not the topic.
Sit for business.
Old business. So
the motion is presenting to and the only people that can vote are community board members, that's part of the Arts Culture Committee. Allocating monies for a reception and a bus to transport people to around the Harlem Art Hall, and the monies for the reception.
do we have the budget?
I don't have the budget for the bus, but the reception is 400.
Okay, do you know how much we have available? Okay, I think we can only vote on what we have a budget for.
It has to be less, I think it's going to be less than 4 for the bus. So, there's not that much time. That's the only reason why I'm trying to get the,
Okay, so do you want to say 400 for it?
let's say 400 for the bus and 400 for the reception. The reception's definitely 400.
Okay.
It's gonna be under 4, it's gotta be under 4, but I just rather bid high.
Okay, so, committee members, did you all hear that? Is there any discussion, or questions about the, proposed budget for the artists? What are you calling it?
It is the MCB9 celebrates local visual arts.
Is there any discussion?
Sorry, I had a question. So for the bus, because I know the last time we discussed it, unless I missed an email, I don't remember anything about the bus. I just want more information. What are we chartering a bus? Like where are we getting?
Chartering the bus, and the bus would take us to, I thought I explained it, but I'll try to make it.
No, that's not, I'm sorry. I understand. I'm saying like, where are we looking to charter the bus from?
Probably, what do you call public buses, that there's public buses that take folks from the senior committee to events. And they charter the bus for the day, but we would only need that bus for 2 hours.
So we are allowed to charter, but to move people around? Okay. Okay, is there any more discussion? Okay, is there a motion?
The motion is to request monies for the bus and the reception.
Is there a second?
I second.
Is there, is there any opposition?
Unanimous consent.
Get home safe, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you, Michael.
Hold
You
on,
too.
we got is there any new business? So that the motion passes by unanimous consent. For 400 for the bus, 400 for the other. And new business, any new business? Okay, motion to adjourn?
Second.
Thank you all
for attending.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank
It
you,
was
everybody.
lovely to meet everyone. Many blessings and thank you.
Thank you.
everybody. Take care.
Dr. Maya, we gotta get together we have to exchange numbers on email. We
Okay.
have each email.
I'm gonna email you right now.
Absolutely. And I will reach out to everybody about the Harlem Arts Festival.
Yes.
Let's get it started. Thank you for coming. We'll see you next month.
All right, take care.
Bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe just stop the recording so that.
See you, John.
Take care, Daria.
Save the recording as well.
You mean stop the recording before I end it?
Yeah.
It'll save. Yeah, definitely save, but now you scared me. Yeah, I always.